Hello, and it's Celestia, and welcome to a Crafter Story. I've made myself a little journal just for me, and I have a collage on the front, and I have a collage on the back, and I've made some buckles out of tin cans. So I'm really happy with how this came out. I've been doing a lot of experimenting. Um, on the inside, however, I wanted to try something a little bit different. And I didn't really intend on doing a video today, but I thought, maybe it's a nice something that I can share with you that you might have thought of, you might not have, I'm not sure. I'm just going to see if I can keep this open a little bit. What can I put on here? I'm going to keep my coffee cup, guys. Sorry, there it is. Okay, so, no, that won't work. So this is the front page. It's an eco-dyed page, and I haven't done anything to it. The inside's still pretty boring, but I decided that I'm going to just paint, do little paint doodles and experiment with paint and color. This is not watercolor paper. It is just coffee stained or eco-dyed paper. Some of the paper that's eco-dyed, some of the paper is just plain coffee stains, some I've eco-dyed with the alcohol. So I decided I'm going to try and see if I can use watercolor paint on paper that's not watercolor paper. And surprisingly, it worked. There's a couple of little tricks, one or two little tricks. You don't want to oversaturate the paper because it does soak up the paint really quickly. So this eco-dyed paper that was boiled took the paint really quickly, and I had to work fast to get a little bit of blending. This one's just coffee stained, it wasn't as bad. And then just adding some washi stickers and some 3D stickers and more washies. And anyway, I'll stop talking because I want to show you how you can maybe accomplish this on your own as well. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm going to work, I think, just on this plainer sheet because I have an idea. I'm going to move things across. You can see, yep, you can see. I've just got a little bit of water. These are little containers left over from tiramisu that we had over Christmas. It's all yummy, yummy, yummy. Between my dad and I, tiramisu doesn't last long in this house. All right, so I have a few little pieces of paper that I want to add, and I'm going to do that first. Excuse me. So where's my glue stick? So I'm going to do a little collage, and I don't want the glue to, usually I'll just go straight on the page and glue it down, but I don't want any of the glue to stick out because I think it will create a problem later when I try and put down the watercolor. I think the glue will reject the watercolor paint, sorry. So I'm just going to do this. Oh gosh, here we go. So maybe, yeah, this way. And I'm just going to randomly put that down. And I want this guy just to randomly also go down just under below, but over the edge of that first one. And as long as I've got the glue on the edges, I think that'll be fine. Over here, kind of, sort of like, maybe. I had another piece of paper. Where did that other piece disappear? Did I drop it on the floor? Oh, it's right here. It's right there. Oh, gosh. And I've had 2 cups of coffee, guys. I have. I don't know. Maybe I need to stand on my head or touch my toes or do something, to get blood to my brain. I'm going to put this guy just down there. Okay, so it's pretty plain, but that's okay. I think the previous 2 palettes were very earthy, bright earthy, but earthy. I think on this side I want to do something a little different. So we bought a cat toy for the Yorkie for Kaya, but she could care less. She doesn't, not interested. She's just not toy driven. She's actually not food driven either, which is, she's cucumber driven. She loves her cucumber. All right, so I'm just going to take a gold gel pen and I'm going to trace this label that I saved because I just thought it was the perfect size and shape for me to use in journaling, to make like a little writer's block space. And I think I have not done a very good job, but it's no big deal. No biggie. You know me, no biggie. Okay, so I'll put this one side. We have our basic outline for our writer's block. And now I'm going to take just some random colors, and I'm going to try and stick with the theme of these two colors, which is the sort of more purpley romantic look. And I'm just going to place some water down, not too much water, because this is not watercolor paper and it's not going to tolerate too much water. You run the risk of breaking the paper. I suppose in areas like this where there's an extra layer of paper, I can probably get away with a little extra. Let's get down all the way down like that. And as you can see, I'm being fairly random about where I'm putting my color down, and I'm overlapping and just being all rebellious. I have a little bit of shimmer red. And for some reason this shimmer red comes out a little more of a sort of burgundy brick. I don't hate it, but I kind of hoped when I got it that it was a more of a bright red. That's okay. Kind of just use what you got. All right, let's see, maybe a little bit of water just to get it to spread a bit. Okay, I think that's enough. I'm not too keen on that. Let's see if we put in a little regular red. Oh, that's orange. My watercolors are well used, as you can see. I'm not big on painting. I think I've mentioned that before, but when I get the opportunity every so often, it is nice just to kind of mess around with color. And you might think, what, that doesn't look, what are you doing? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of putting down random color and then I'll come back and go over it with stencils and doodles and just see what happens. Doesn't always have to make sense right at the beginning. I think this is why I could never be, well, I shouldn't say never, but I probably would struggle with being someone who has to copy a still life or paint a landscape, although I'm trying really hard to learn how to paint a landscape because I really want to. It's one of my bucket list goals. But I'm a bit of a random I'm a bit random when it comes to art and just art in general, and but I'm gonna try. I really want to try. I want to be able to do a believable landscape where people go, oh, that's a tree. We see the tree. So, all right, so I'm doing a little bit of speckling with a bronze. just because I like the look of it, and if it spreads to the other page, that's okay. All right, I think that's probably enough of the watercolor. I'm going to put this aside. And I'm going to go away just for a second because I'm going to bring out my heat gun, just dry it, and then we'll come back and do a little extra adding and some doodling. I'll be back in a second. Okay, guys, it's mostly dry. It's, yep, mostly dry. So I think what I'd like to do first is come in with my stencil and maybe just put in something random. And I'd like to come in, I think, with, I don't know if white will show up very well. I probably won't. I think that the paper is too light. So let us come in with a darker stain, like, what is this called? Walnut stain. And I'm going to just, I think, put in, it's like a little random flower up there. Just kind of like that. I think I've got the wrong, oh, I used the white dauber, so it didn't come out quite as dark, but that's okay. Let's put maybe some more flowers, like a flower down here maybe. Let's see what that would look like. Just cause we can. All right. Oh yes, just like that. Okay, now I've got some of these stickers. They are washi stickers, and I thought, what if I put down just one down here and one sort of up there. Takes up some of our writing space, but that's all right. And then I'll do a doodle up here, and maybe we can do another stencil there. And then this page is kind of done, so it doesn't take you a whole bunch of time to do an art journal page. And an art journal page, I always thought you don't write in art journals, but I don't see why you can't. And so this little journal I am making into an art journal that I can write in. And I think when I do start writing in this journal, it's just going to be little affirmations, because there's a few that I want to live by, or at least it's inspired to live by, so that I remember to be grateful, and just always remember that, you know, I have this crafting in my life, which is honestly a blessing. I'm so lucky that I have the opportunity to do this every day, and you know, every now and then just having this little affirmation book, especially when I feel a little, because I mean, I feel uninspired. There are days when I think, don't know what I'm going to do today. I feel so uninspired. I don't know what. And just have a pity party. And then I bring out my inks and my stamps and my collage papers, and I go, hold on just a second. I've got this. What's my... Be silly. All right, what should we doodle? I'm just going to doodle something a little simple. It's my little go-to. Let's see. This paper is still a little wet. I'm sticking my hand in glue here. So let's see, but I think it'll be fine. I might have to come back later to fill these leaves in, and that's okay, because I think, wonder if I can use a Sharpie instead, if the Sharpie will be better than this gel pen. Let's go and grab a Sharpie. Actually, you know what, this felt tip pen is going to be just fine. This marker, yeah, okay, this is going to be fine. So let's start down here, and I'll just fill it in. Like, yep, that's working. It's working. Yay. Who needs coffee? Me, I need coffee. Who am I kidding? No amount of collage paper is going to kick this brain into gear. I call it my Java jolt. Cup of Java. Okay, so I think in places where I've put down the sort of glittery watercolor paints, the pens are a little muted, so maybe once I'm done with this, and well, not done with it, but once I've colored in some of these leaves and once it's dry, maybe I'm gonna have to come back and give it another layer in a couple of hours and just see if I can darken the black of these leaves. But I'm not stressing over it. If it doesn't darken and I have to just then it is, that's just what it is, you know. This is going to look good no matter what, and I'm going to be able to write my affirmations in here no matter. Yeah, you see that one is streaking, but that's all right. We've already done enough here to make this into a journaling page where I can actually journal. So I'm going to bring out my line stencil. I love this line stencil. I just picked it up on Amazon a little while back. Don't actually remember exactly, not too long ago, and it's been amazing. So let's see if I can see. Oh, you know what, I think I'm gonna go off. Nope, I'm gonna have to go on. I'm gonna find the edge of the line of the box that we drew earlier, just to give me an idea of where I need to start. Is this going to work? No, it's not going to work. Sugars. Let's see if I've got another pen with a longer nib. I can actually get in there. That might work. Let's see. Yeah, but sorry, you guys probably saw my head there, but it's a little skew. So I may not be able to use my stencil. No. All right. Okay, it's because this is too high. So I'm just going to go in with, and I'll eyeball it. Sorry if you saw my big noggin, my uncombed noggin. That's not working. Let's get this gel pen out again. There we go. Oh, there's a bit of glue and I think it's sticking. But it's working. I'm going to go off camera for a second, get this done, because it's taking a while and it's boring, I'm sure, for you guys to watch, and I'll be back in a second. Alright, so I've got all my lines in. It's not the neatest, but I think, you know, once I write in here, you're probably not going to notice, but I did notice this big empty space here. And I don't hate it, but I think it definitely can, it can use a little something. So I'll get rid of these pens out the way. I have no idea which pen's got which lid. There we go. I got it. I got them all matchy. So I'm going to bring back my walnut stain and my dauber, and get in here with a little, just very plain round little circles. I think will look nice. We can overlap onto that pink, maybe even down here onto the writing lines. Just give it a little, see what happened. Oh, here we go. Yeah, kind of like it. Maybe I'll put a couple down here too. Just to kind of, uh-oh, sticking. Ah, don't stick. There we go. Okie dokie. So I think we've probably got enough down on this paper. I'm going to put one last little bit of detail down, and I like the idea of having a bit of lace at the end of a page. And let's see, I'll cut it to the right size. Just adds that little textured what should we call it? Accent. I don't know. I don't know what to call it. Yeah, I guess it's an accent. Maybe it just kind of finishes it off for me. So I'm going to go with that. Just a finishing offer. Oh, gosh. Okay. Let's put him down. Down, down. Down he goes. And maybe, excuse me, overlap it a little bit so when you turn the page, it peeps through onto the other side. Can you see that? Yes, you can. Okay, good. So I'm not going to, excuse me, I'm not going to mess with that too much. I'm just going to leave it there. And later when I come in again, I'm obviously going to have to leave this open. Later when I come in, maybe I want to accentuate this gold box. Oh, look, I can put in more lines. Didn't realize that. But now I've put in some weird line here, so I'm probably just going to I'm going to cover that with something. What can I cover it with? Let me, what about this music paper? I wonder if that's, yeah, we can try that. There's an odd line there, and I'm like, oh, I think that's the original line we put down, isn't it? Yeah, I don't like that at all. I'm going to cover it. Yeah, you see, I think I've said this before in our collage sessions or just in previous videos. If you find something that you don't like, cover it. Stick something over it. There's no rules, absolutely no rules. So just stick something over it. And where did that dauber go? There it is. And nobody will even know that you made a mistake. No mistakes. Who cares about mistakes? Mistakes are just evidence of fun. I used to freak out. I used to go, oh, I've now ruined it. What have I done? I've now ruined the whole thing and I'm going to have to throw it away. And I used to be such a drama queen when it came to my craft projects. Now I look at it and I go, stick something over it. So much easier than having a little meltdown over a line on a page. Oh my gosh. There you go. So I've got less space to write, but that's okay too. Just find a shorter affirmation. Okay, there you go. And I think just because it looks a little yellow compared to everything else, maybe I'll just get a little bit of my purple out here and see if I can't just mute a little of the purple. Just like that. There you go. And make it all messy because I like that much better. And once it dries, it's going to dry all streaky, which is great as well. I like that. Okay, well, there you go. I will be coming back later and just putting a little extra black on those leaves because I think they're not quite they don't jump off the page as much as I'd like them to. But other than that, we're all done. And I have another page in my art/affirmation journal. I don't want to open it. Should I? Okay, I'll do that like that. I don't want to mess with this page and goof it up. So there you go, you guys. If you don't have watercolor paper, this will still work. Just be quick about putting the paint down, and once it's dry you can doodle and stamp and go crazy. I hope you have some fun with this and that you try it and share it on our Facebook group because we love to inspire one another and share our creativity. So yeah, that was it. That's my crafting for today. Thank you so much for joining me and visiting with me. I always have fun when you do, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.